Hey everyone, and welcome to the start of a new series on this channel. One that I'm very excited about, to be honest. Fahrenheit, Indigo Prophecy, whatever you want to call it, is one of my favorite games of all time, and in fact the only David Cage Quantic Dream game I've really played. The rest of them just didn't really suit me. I first played this back when it came out on PS2, so what I'd like to do is take you through it with me, but we're going to do a bit more of a slow burn rather than like the hour-long episodes that I usually do or enjoy. I think that I'm going to, how shall we say, we'll just go shorter videos is all I'm trying to say. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Yeah, sure, tutorial. It's been a long time since I played. And plus you get this scene.
Hi, my name is David Cage. I'm the writer and director of Fahrenheit. I just thought there's a few things you should know before you get started. I'd like you to meet my friend Bob. You'll be controlling him while you're learning. Let's begin with something simple.
Hello,
Move
Bob.
toward the mark on the floor.
Okay. Hold down the A button and the left analog stick to run. Okay.
Perfect. Now you know how to move about. You're also going to have to be able to observe your environment. To do so, you'll have direct control of the cameras. Come on, give it a try.
Okay, so L and R buttons. Okay, so L and R to spin it around, and then right stick to move it.
You can also look around you and see exactly what you want to see.
Use right analog stick to move the camera. Yep, we're doing that.
But you won't be just looking around you in Fahrenheit. You'll also have to interact with your environment. Go to the door.
Okay, so we want to spin this around and go to the door.
Do you see the symbol at the top of the screen? It indicates the movement you have to make to execute the action.
Okay,
That's
so
cool. Now that you know how to move
up on
about,
the right
use
stick.
the cameras and interact with the environment, we can move on to more serious stuff. Fahrenheit has action sequences where your character's life will be in danger. I'd better explain this to you before you find yourself on your own.
Sounds good. Go to the rib stall. Oh, that thing. Okay. So
When
let's
this
see.
symbol appears at the top of the screen, it means your character is gonna have to make a physical effort. You'll see.
Okay.
You'll be exhausted too.
Oh, it's not the triggers, it's the bumper buttons. Oh, that's gonna be
Hey,
painful.
not bad. Now for something a bit more difficult. You're gonna find yourself facing all kinds of dangers in Fahrenheit. You're gonna need a cool head and good reflexes if you want to survive. Let's see how it works.
Okay, so push analog sticks and...
Okay, I see you've got the hang of it. Now we can move on to something else. You can also choose what you want to say in the dialogues in Fahrenheit. Let's give it a try. What do you think of my friend Bob?
Okay. Bob is damn
Hey
sexy.
Bob, did you hear that? Right, I see you've got the hang of the
That
dialogues.
soulless monster
In
is damn
Fahrenheit,
sexy.
you'll only have a limited amount of time to make up your mind, so you'd better think fast. Now,
Right.
let's talk about your mental health. In Fahrenheit, your actions
mental
modify
health.
the psychological state of your character. Each time it changes, the symbol will appear on screen. Take care of your character, otherwise you may fall into depression, madness, or even commit suicide. Oh, I nearly forgot something important. In Fahrenheit, you'll be able to control all the main characters. Be careful. Your every action will have consequences for the story. A word of advice, think before you act. That's it. I've told you everything I know, or nearly everything. There are still lots of things to discover, but I'll leave you the surprise of finding them for yourself. Now it's up to you to play. And be careful. You're entering a world where anything can happen.
Oh, I'm so excited. Remember how this game starts off, too. Anyways, I'll let the opening play, so please enjoy.
Things are never quite what they seem. We think we understand the world around us, but we really only see the outside, what it seems to be. I used to be just like you. I believed in humanity, the newspapers, soap commercials, politics, and history books. But one day, the world kicks you in the teeth, and you don't have any choice but to see things the way they really are. My name is Lucas Kane. My story is the one where an ordinary guy has something extraordinary happen to him. Maybe it was supposed to happen. Maybe it was my destiny or my karma or whatever. I know one thing for sure. Nothing's ever going to be the same again. It all started right here. Where else could it happen? New York, capital of the universe. The chessboard destiny chose for the last big game. I was just another pawn living my pawn's life. Until that night, when my life descended into chaos.
I'll see about putting on subtitles after we get into the main game.
What have I done?
All right, now it's time to start cleaning up this mess.
I didn't want... It was like a dream. Quick. I've got to get out of here before somebody comes in here.
Okay. God damn it. So floaty. I remember this opening always, like, just set with me when I was here. Let's clean myself up a bit.
Out of order.
Oh, wrong one. There we go. So let's go get that knife, which was over there, I believe.
The knife. I've got to get rid of it.
Pardon me. This is about the time the cop will start coming towards us. Oh, no, okay. Well, I guess it's time to mosey on out. Oh, time to pay. Can I talk to her, though? Nope. I can only sit. And no one suspected a thing.
I need to get out of this neighborhood before the police get here.
So I believe I can get a cab down this way. Yeah, baby. See, I'm perfectly fine. Pardon me. But you didn't cover up everything, did you, Lucas?
Nobody goes anywhere. A crime has just been committed. I'm going to have to ask you to stay calm and wait here for the police to arrive and check your IDs.
And here's where we meet the other two playable characters.
Dog's Diner, that's it. Why do they always wait for me to go on duty before they start killing each other in the middle of the night?
Tyler, somebody gets murdered every day in New York.
But especially when I'm on night duty. It's as if every psycho in the city has it in for me.
If you want a bitch, do it inside. That way I don't have to freeze to death listening to it.
Tyler's one of my
You're
favorite
the boss,
characters.
Carla.
Pardon me. Okay, so let's go to options. Visual, I guess. Audio. Okay, I'm sorry. I guess there's no option. Oh well.
In 5 years on the force, I've seen some murders. But you never really get used to death. You just learn to live with it, that's all. I still don't know if it was fatigue, or cold, or something else. But I clearly remember the bad feeling I got when I walked into that restaurant. As if some part of me already knew that this time, something was different.
Looks like the bloody foot. We already left a bloody footprint.
How's it going, McCarthy?
Evening, Inspector. I've been waiting for you. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, Martin.
So, what happened?
Homicide. I found the body in the toilets. I had to go before I went home.
Let's ask about
Who
the
is the
victim.
victim?
His name was, John Winston. A regular here at the restaurant. Kate knew him. She could tell you more.
Did anybody notice anything strange?
No, nobody saw anything.
Do we have a suspect?
A client left just before I found the body.
How was the victim killed?
With a blade, from what I could gather. But we should wait for the autopsy.
Table.
Which table was the suspect sitting at?
Oh, he was sitting at that table over there.
Is that the waitress over there?
Yeah, Kate Morrison. I think that you should interrogate her. If you don't mind me saying, go easy on her, Inspector. She's still in a state of shock.
Thanks for your help, Martin. It's late. I think you can go home and get some sleep.
I'm gonna wait until you're finished with Kate, if you don't mind. I want to make sure she gets home okay.
The symbol appears at the top right of the screen. You can switch characters. Press the B button anytime to switch. Let's go talk to Kate.
Kate? I'm Inspector Carla Valenti. I'm in charge of the investigation here. Would you mind answering a few questions?
No. Go ahead.
Let's talk about the victim.
Did you know the victim well?
John was a regular. He came every Monday. He always ordered the same thing and left a nice tip.
What about me?
Can you tell me anything about the customer who left just before they discovered the body?
He was just a normal guy. I didn't really pay any attention to him.
What was the man doing before the murder happened?
He was there for a while. He was reading, I think.
What was he like, Kate? Do you think you could describe him for me?
I only saw him for a few seconds. I guess he was about average height, fairly young. That's all I can remember.
Did you get the impression that John and the suspect knew each other?
No, I don't think they did know each other. The man had already been here a while when John came in. They didn't talk to each other. No, I'm almost certain that John didn't know him.
Okay.
Was John here alone? Did he speak with anyone?
John always came alone. We chatted a bit, the weather, his job, the usual stuff. He never talked to anybody else.
Heard.
Did you hear anything while John was in the toilets? Sound of a struggle or yelling?
No, I didn't notice anything.
Can you tell me what you saw?
There weren't that many people tonight. It's usually pretty calm during the week. I was just chatting with Martin at the bar. I didn't even see John get up. Oh my God.
You have to try to
Let's
be
cheer her
strong,
up.
Kate. I know that this has been a shock for you, but you're the only one who can help us find the suspect.
My shift was almost over. I was just chatting with Martin at the bar. John got up and went to the restroom. The man must have followed him, and then he must have snuck out afterwards because I didn't even see him leave.
What happened next?
Martin went to the restroom, and that's when he found John.
Did you happen to notice anything strange about the suspect's behavior before he went into the restroom?
No. Wait. Yes. I remember something. I came back at one point just to check whether he needed anything. He didn't answer me. He just stared straight ahead. It was weird. I didn't push it. I thought maybe this guy is a little crazy. God. If I had only known.
Do you think that you would recognize the suspect?
I'll never forget that face.
Perfect.
You literally
Do you
just
think that you
said.
could come down to the station tomorrow and help us construct a likeness of the killer?
Yeah. I'll do whatever you think I can to help catch him.
Thank you very much for your help, Kate.
I hope you find the bastard who did it. People like that just don't deserve to live.
I promise you, we'll do everything in our power to find him. Go home now and try to get some sleep. Martin will make sure you get home okay.
She literally just said that all she can remember is tall and young.
Good night.
Actually, you know what? Let's switch to Tyler.
Man, this guy is dying proof that pissing can be bad for your health.
Okay, so let's go to the one I was at.
Martin says this was the guy's table. Steak and fries. Looks like he barely touched his food. Strange. Coffee's not on the bill.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit disoriented until I get reused to the controls, but...
Bizarre.
What?
Well, he still has his credit card and $100 in cash on it. I guess the killer wasn't after his money.
Yes, let's see that.
Unless there's a gang running around hiding bloody knives in toilets, I think I might have found the murder weapon.
Great. Tell Garrett, have him check for prints on the handle.
Okay.
So let's see, Carla.
Did you find anything, Tyler?
For that, I'd have to be able to keep my eyes open.
Keep up the good work, Tyler.
Oh, Tyler, you crazy, crazy man.
Hey, Garrett. Carla wants you to verify 2 or 3 things. Don't worry, I wrote it all down on this paper so you wouldn't forget.
I had a feeling that Carla was gonna keep us up a little longer.
You look hammered, Tyler.
Yeah, this is my 3rd night on call in a row. You know me, man. If I don't get my beauty sleep, it's Zombie City.
You should be out of here pretty soon now.
You don't know Carla. She's capable of keeping everybody up till breakfast. Man, she is by far the most stubborn girl I ever met.
Okay. Okay, so in enclosed spaces, it's a little tricky.
Carla, she's really something else. She's not always easy to get along with, but she's the best damn cop I know.
See if I can exit out here, because this was another way I could have taken.
Hey, Carla, I'm gonna take a look outside, see if I can find anything. Yo.
What do you want?
I was wondering, you didn't happen to see anything unusual tonight, did you?
Leave me alone. I ain't got nothing to say. I don't talk to cops.
Right.
Oh, minus
thank
10.
You've been helpful.
Let's see if he says anything about the bloody footprint out here. No, they're just going to ignore that. Okay. Let's go to the cab company. Oh my god, pardon me. Sorry about that. Okay, so can't really do anything with the cabs. So maybe now we just head back inside and leave this place to be. Oh, wait, nope.
You ready to go, Tyler? I think I've seen everything I need to see.
Are you sure? We can take another look around if you want.
No, we're good. Let's head home.
Found the murder weapon, found all
Okay,
that.
let's bust. Cool. Carla agrees to go. Let's get into the car before she changes her mind. kill anyone. I wasn't dreaming. It all really happened. I'm gonna get ready and go to work.
Alright, that's going to call it there. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Either way is fine by me, but I certainly do hope that you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. My name is Ryder, and as always, I will see you guys later.